Why is it so hard to put good plans and important goals into action? Over 200,000 leaders from all over the world were interviewed by authors Chris McChesney, Sean Covey, and Jim Hewling to find out why they have trouble getting things done. Even though the answers were different, the authors saw that they all had one thing in common. Leaders and teams often fail to carry out good plans and reach important goals because they spend all their time dealing with the whirlwind. The real enemy of execution is your day job. We call it the whirlwind. It's the massive amount of energy that's necessary just to keep your operation going on a day-to-day basis, and, ironically, it's also the thing that makes it so hard to execute anything new. The whirlwind robs from you the focus required to move your team forward. The 4 disciplines of execution. The whirlwind includes all the messages you need to answer, all the important phone calls you need to make, all the problems you need to solve, and all the meetings you need to get ready for. The whirlwind is urgent and it acts on you and everyone working for you every minute of every day. The goals you've set for moving forward are important, but when urgency and importance clash, urgency will win every time. The 4 disciplines of execution. Discipline is needed to carry out any good idea or important goal in the middle of a whirlwind. It takes self-control to take care of urgent things while keeping your mind on what's important. The 4 disciplines of execution, 4DX, is a simple, repeatable, and tested way to do just that. Focus on the WIG is the first discipline. The first discipline of execution is to keep the whirlwind going at the same speed while making progress on one very important goal. Don't ask, what's most important, to find your most important goal. If you ask that question, you can't help but think about the whirlwind, where everything seems important. Instead, you should ask yourself, if everything else kept doing what it's doing now, what one thing would make everything else seem less important? In other words, what one goal would you focus on right now if you didn't have to worry about anything else? Once you stop worrying about how everything else is going backward, you can start moving forward on your WIG. The 4 disciplines of execution. Measure lead behaviors as part of discipline number 2. During execution, you can pay attention to 2 types of measurements: lead behavior measurements and lag result measurements. The results you want are what you measure with lag results. Measurements of lead behavior are the important day-to-day tasks that lead to the results you want. More sales calls, a lead behavior, lead to more sales, a lag result. Spending more time studying, the lead behavior, leads to better grades, the lag result. Measuring things like sales or grades can be frustrating because it takes time for your actions to show measurable results. They are called lag results because of this. If you measure a value that you can't change right away, you'll be less likely to act. But if you focus on a metric you can change every day or every week, like lead behavior, your level of execution will stay the same. Seeing daily or weekly signs of progress will keep people interested and help them carry out your WIG. Put up a scoreboard is discipline number 3. Without a scoreboard, you or your team will lose track of your measurements, forget what the score is, and lose the will to win. So, you need to make a scoreboard for your office that shows your WIG, the title at the top, your lag measurements, a line chart going from left to right, and your lead measurements, a bar chart. Chart under the measurements for lag. Your office scoreboard should be easy to read and big enough to be seen every day. Find out if you're winning in less than 5 seconds. If your lead measurement is getting better and your lag measurement is getting better at the same time, you're winning. Schedule weekly accountability talks is discipline number 4. The 4th discipline of execution is to meet with teammates or peers, not bosses or managers, every week to talk about accountability. Holding regular weekly accountability meetings with people at your level, called WIG sessions, keeps you in the game. When you set up weekly meetings with teammates or people who share your interests to talk about your work, you strengthen your commitment to getting things done. During your WIG sessions, which are 15-minute weekly accountability meetings, you should do 3 things: report on last week's commitment, review the scoreboard and describe the steps you took to move your WIG forward, and commit to a lead behavior improvement or a specific deliverable for this week.